What is up, guys? It is Nerfy B. I want to thank you for coming here to see the channel. Today we're going to start something new. I want to do it every Tuesday and Friday. It's going to be called Git Good Sessions. As you can see, I want to cater to all the newcomers to the fight game scene. So what I'm going to do is every time I do one of these videos, twice a week, I'm going to break down another individual piece of the fighting game scene, some do's and don'ts as we grow as a group, as a community. And we are also going to be using this time to stream games together, grow together, learn together, and hopefully meet up at tournaments, have fun. But with that intro, let's jump right into it. The major thing that I want to focus on that I primarily believe gets lost in translation in between each one of these different games is speed. And what I mean by speed is every game has its own timing inputs. So some are more strict, some are a lot less strict. In the case of Mortal Kombat X, XL, and realistically all of Mortal Kombat, you can be really, really lenient with your movements. If you have quarter circle forwards or any other special inputs, the timing on them isn't very, very precise. Even when it comes to combo windows, you can actually just like hammer smash your way through a lot of combos and feel real good about it, but you're not necessarily learning the intricacies of the game that you're playing. For example, what you're seeing right now in the background is the second half of the King of Fighters tutorial. And what it wants you to do is to do advanced cancels, and then it wants you to do max, EX, climax cancels. There's three different types of cancel that you can actually do in the game, but these cancels all come with specific inputs and timing depending on which special or which variation of that special you are doing. So there you can actually time all of these different things and still not get the achieved cancel, but be able to offset with other inputs. So another reason that I want to put emphasis on speed and with speed is timing, is that as you practice and as you play the game, you have to understand exactly where your character stands. And I know that goes without saying. A lot of people will tell you pick a character, stick with that character, somebody that you find is really, really cool. But like it needs to be harped on, because if you try to branch out with a bunch of different characters in the beginning, then you're gonna find yourself falling behind the crowd. Once you've picked one or two characters that you really, really like, you like their vibe, you like the way they play, you like the way they look, you want to stick with them, and then you want to spend the rest of that time in the lab just grinding out their timing, their range, what their normals look like, what their specials look like, what the distances on each one of their abilities are, where their footsies are strongest, and you know, as I go down the line and talk about these different things, you know, I use a lot of terms that are very prevalent in the community, and I will go through and explain them as I go through a lot more of these videos. Now, what you're going to be seeing is earlier I spent some time in the lab with Iori. I'm a huge King of Fighters fan, but I never really put a lot of time into King of Fighters 13. I was busy in the military, and to be honest with you, I was all over Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So it's been a little bit, and getting back into playing as Iori took a little bit of time. But what I want to point out is that as I'm doing these things, I'm just playing with settings. I'm playing with settings and I'm playing with buttons. That's a real big part of growing, especially in fighting games. You'll go into the lab, you'll have your character, and this is really where you want to focus on timing. You're going to see one or two moves, you're going to see how they interact with other moves, and you're going to string them along. You know, your light punch isn't going to be the same mid-screen as it is close, and it's going to alter the way that your combos come out and how you even approach comboing with certain characters. And then you'll also see, like, especially in King of Fighters, you have your max bar, and now you can make it active in the middle of a combo, which is going to change up especially how you go in and attack your opponent, how you pursue your opponent, if you pursue your opponent, or you know how you choose to approach that situation. And again, as you can see, is I'm not so much worried about, what's maximum output. It's more so me just looking at each one of the special moves, each one of the regular, just plain attacks, mapped to buttons, and figuring out, how my character approaches when those buttons are pressed, what reactions I get when I get out of them. And then once you start to learn a little bit more about your characters, you start to go into small little strings. You notice some things work together, and then you'll find go-to combos that are easier to approach. And in the community, we call those bread and butter combos, B&B combos. And these are things that you just consistently go back to. And this is, again, a big portion of training your timing, training your speed, knowing what your distancing is, and playing that footsies game. And footsies is that spacing where your character is at max spacing, but is still able to deal enough damage to validate that spacing. That's what the footsies game is. It's you owning your own space. And that's something I'll get into on Tuesday. That'll be my next video. But for this, just the timing alone is, as you can see, is I keep resetting, and I'm looking to see how his, when you're up close, his forward light punch, and then forward light punch makes a difference when it's up close, and it's easily comboed into special moves. And I'm trying to see where those normal B&Bs lie off of those things. And those are the interactions that you're looking for. And those are the timings that you want to harp on. Especially when it comes to his other specials, when you have like super combos or cancel combos. He actually has a special move that's a chain combo that requires you to input quarter circle back, light punch, or heavy punch, and you have to do it rapidly in 3 steps. And if you don't get the timing right, then it drops. And when you whiff a combo like that, you're just opening yourself up to more and more damage. And really, this right here is fundamentals for fighting games. This is what you're looking for. This is lab time, go to, get down, find out what my moves do, find out what my specials are, find out where my character truly, truly shines, and just dump all my time into this until I can translate it into pure, unadulterated ass whoopings. So you got to this point. I just want to say thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, if you are looking forward to new content, if you have comments, concerns, questions, looking for an opportunity to tell me to go fuck myself, please do so. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to have a Facebook channel up soon, and please just look forward to new content into the future. Again, thank you.